Hello everybody, Samson here. Welcome back to Tekkit Legends. So guys, I was looking around here after last episode and I was trying to figure out what to do next. And so while I was waiting, I knew I wanted to get into some buildcraft stuff, or industrial craft stuff, better yet. So we have a macerator here. It's chewing up some coal because we're going to need some coal dust so that we can make some of this stuff. Yeah, we need to make the raw carbon fibers, and we need... Oh wait, is it only 2 of these per? It is. Okay, so there we go. We have some raw carbon mesh, because we're going to get into some of the more advanced machines, which requires the advanced machine frames, which requires these guys right here to be compressed. So that's kind of what we'll be working on this episode in the background. So I'm just going to pull out some more coal out of our table there, and we can stick some more over here to get grinded up. Now, what else I want to work on today is I want to build somewhere to contain all of our ore processing stuff. And so I was thinking maybe like right up here in this section we could build ourselves like a little factory to do some of the processing and that kind of thing. We have some trees and stuff we'll have to clear out. We have some dirt we'll need to clear out, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now, it doesn't look like we have any kind of shovel, so I'm going to need to grab one of those, and I'll need to pull out an axe, which we have some. So, well, we grab this, come back here. Nice. Okay, so let's get a shovel going. I guess I'll use maybe a sapphire, and I'll need some sticks. Man, I love this tablet. There's table. I always call it tablet because I'm used to using the tablets, which we will get eventually. But for now, we're just going to stick with the table until we have a little more resources to work with. So what I want to use for this build is we're getting a lot of this abyssal stone from Railcraft. We're also getting a large amount of this marble from Blue Power. So I want to come over to our electric furnaces here and see if we can't cook up some of this abyssal stone. Let's get this stack going over here too. And this is going to allow us to make the abyssal stone into like different patterns. It's going to give us some other options. I think we can even just straight convert it into what they call fitted. And this is this really nice brick pattern, which I think is what we're going to go with. Maybe for part of the wall or something along that line. And if I stick this back in, we get kind of like a brick. And you can kind of, I think you can just continue to rotate through the different types, and we can see what we have here. So, oh, it looks like once you get to that stage you can't do anything else. I also like the real polished look as well, because this is real nice for the flooring itself, which I think we're going to do, and maybe we'll just use some of the other types to accent it a little bit. So we're going to need a lot of this processed up. So I think I'm going to steal the overclockers, which I built, and stick them in the furnace so this sucker goes way faster. Look at that. That's much better. And you know what? In the meantime, it might be a good idea just to build some more overclock upgrades, but I think we'll have enough time between what we have to clear and when we're going to start building for that all to get cooked up. So I think this level at this kind of height here is what I want to work on. We have a lot of this is kind of already around this height. And I want to see if I can build it up a little bit to have kind of a multi-level kind of build here. That's what I was thinking. I'm just going to start clearing this out, and I'll bring you guys back as soon as I have this clear. Okay everybody, we're back, and so I've cleared out this space here. I've leveled it all off, and we got a pretty good little stretch of land here that we're going to work with. Now, I'm going to try and maybe fill in a little of this as we go, just as we need to, but at the same time I want to keep a little bit of this natural kind of curve to the land. I don't want this to be a giant box. That is what we avoid, right? When you're building in Minecraft, the one rule is don't build a box. If you want things to look nice, at least. You can build boxes, and, you know, it's Minecraft. It's going to happen. But if you can avoid it, it's what you want to do. So I'm going to start placing some of this abyssal stone and kind of form somewhat of a floor here and see what we can do to make this thing take shape. Is it getting dark? No, we're still good. Okay, I want to try and see what kind of shape we can end up with here. And we'll try and frame it in maybe a little bit with some different style of these bricks. That way our floor is not super uniform and boring looking. Okay, hold on. We don't want you, mister. Okay. Now, are we through all of our abyssal blocks already? Almost. Okay, we got another stack. So we'll bring this out like this. I'm going to try and bring this out here. And we'll kind of shape it as we go. But we just need kind of a base floor just to get us started here. I'm not much of a builder, but it can be fun to do this kind of thing and make it look nice, right? And we want to have something decent at least to put our processing in. So let's pull this floor out a little this way as well. And kind of follow the shape of the ground here. Yeah, there we go. So we got kind of like a... Yeah, we got kind of like a curve coming here. This is a bit straight. Yeah, sure. Let's bump it out one more block right there. And we'll see what happens. Now, this is all the blocks I have so far. We do have that basalt right over there at that volcano, but the abyssal stone is honestly, I think it looks great. So I think we're just going to go with this for now. And we have a lot of it. Like, look at this. As much as we could need. I've been throwing out all this limestone because it's not really something we're going to be using. Now I might want to look at automating a little bit of the smelting of this stuff if I can. But yeah, for now I guess we'll just keep going with it. Man, look at the difference that these upgrades make. This did a whole stack in the time it took this one to do like half a stack. So way better with the upgrades. So let's grab these blocks. We have another stack which should do pretty good. We're going to try and make this take a little bit of shape now. So we got this kind of line and then it juts out 2 and then it just goes 1. So I think I want to continue this maybe and have kind of like a nice curve like this and then go straight. I think that looks nice. And right here we want to fill, I think we want to fill this in to look like this. So we got some nice kind of edged corners here. Now we may also, because we have this really nice edged wall as well, like where it's kind of on a diagonal like this. Diagonal. Oh, look at my English. Okay. Diagonal. Is that the word? Words happening somewhere? Okay. Give me this. Give me this. I'm going to pull this out. Now, I want to make some, let's see. We got the stone. It's not what we need. We need the blocks. Let's make a little bit of, hold on, I guess that's not how we do it. We're going to make some of these bricks and see if maybe we can do a bit of a border on this. And I guess we'll be bringing it out one more unit. Let's see what this looks like if we try and frame it in a little bit with the bricks. That's kind of cool. It actually reminds me of Smeltery a lot. If you guys have seen Smeltery bricks, I think that looks kind of nice, but we may want to replace these as well. Because one thing I'm realizing is as we put our walls in, we're going to cover some of these blocks. Yeah, that looks nice. I like this border. So let's lay this out. We're going to follow our preset pattern here. And I want to make sure that we're always touching. So that's pretty good. Yeah, that looks nice. See, it adds a little bit of like depth to our building. Now, at the same time, let's grab some of this marble. Let's grab the marble bricks. And I'm going to try and build these up on the edge like this so that they're not on top of the border that we just created. Let's do some of this. And let's take a look at what these look like stacked up. Kind of like a wall for the interior. So we have these bricks against these bricks, which could look nice. And I think we're going to have to do something else kind of a little higher. And the bricks give it a nice kind of industrial look, and that's what we're going for because we're building ourselves a nice industrial building here. We're going to do all of our smelting and all of that in here as well, so we do need kind of like a big space like this. We're going to eventually have all of our pipes, our teleporting pipes, come right into this building, and we'll do all of our processing right in this place here. I'm gonna probably, yeah, after I get this wall up a little bit, I'm gonna try and bust some windows in here, and after we get the whole thing together, we'll have a bit of a better idea on where we want the windows or what we want them to look like. I might take a look and see if we have any kind of cool glass that maybe we could go with. I don't want to go with reactor glass, although I say that, but it might be kind of cool. It's super expensive though. Compared to regular glass. I mean, one glass is 1 EMC, and reactor glass is like over 1,000 EMC. So, you know what? I think that looks kind of good. Yeah, I like the look at that. So let's grab some more of this, and let's make up another stack of these. We're just going to go all the way around, and like I said, we're going to add windows after. And I'm going to also come back here and clean up these extra blocks that we've been having to use just to get around the corners here. I don't want these on the outside of our building. Let's get rid of this guy, and it's just wasteful. We don't need them there, so we might as well use them somewhere else. All right, so we're gonna have this kind of an outer edge on our building, and we'll have to see if we like that or not. We may actually fill it in with dirt just to hide the black flooring until we get outside the build, or until we get inside the building, and it kind of adds it as somewhat of a surprise, I guess. Or we could build like this and have the white floor go all the way down, which may not be a bad option, actually, thinking about it. Let's see what we like better. Do we like to continue the white like this on the outside, or do we like to have maybe, let's grab some dirt, or do we want to kind of raise it up like this and just put the dirt? I guess it doesn't really matter. It looks about the same because we're already building on dirt. So I may, you know what, we'll leave it for now. It's not super important at the moment. We're just going to try and finish up our walls. So let's bring it over here. There we go. And we got one more block to place like this. And we'll get this wall quickly finished up. And we got to get inside so a creeper doesn't blow up our building. Okay, let's get in there. Now the nice thing about this, guys, we're spending time building here, and we're not wasting time because we have a quarry running. So all of our stuff is still getting produced, we're still getting tons of resources coming in, and we're working towards those high-level tools. Really nice. I'm excited about this. Okay. Alright, let's get back out here and finish up our build. Okay, so I want to put some stairs on this place as well. So let's see. Do we have any more abyssal blocks? We do. Let's convert, like, oh, I keep forgetting that you don't square them, you just stick them in. So if I was to build it only this big, like let's say it only ends up being this big, do I like this? Also, I forgot to put the border on the rest of this, but I can just break the blocks out and kind of go around in the corner. How do I like the shape of this building? I'm not necessarily liking this little place here, but at the same time we can like maybe hide some wiring or something in there. It's not maybe as big as I thought, but I think we'll be okay. We'll go with it for now, and if we need to expand later, we can do that. So let's go through and break some of this. Oh man, these suckers take a bit to break. Alright, let's place in our abyssal, what is it? Fitted abyssal stone? That's a cool name. Alright, break this guy, and this guy. I think this is going to look nice. So I'm going to put the rest of the border in, and I'll bring you guys back. Okay, everybody, this is kind of the progress we've made so far. So let's get a little bit of a step back here. The front looks kind of box-like, but if you kind of go to the side, you can tell it kind of slopes away, and we got that going for it. We got a bit of a hole there for dirt, no big deal. I put these nice abyssal stone stairs here, and then we got some, whoops, hold on. There we go. We got some pressure plates, and we got some steel doors, because I thought they fit a lot better. Now, what I'm going to look at doing is maybe putting in a roof at this level. And that'll only make it 3 high. I don't know if I like that. I think I want to make it a little higher. I think I want to have the ceiling at least 4 high. I think that's going to be a better option. The other thing is, as you can see, we kind of got torches everywhere, and that's to keep stuff from spawning. I have another idea, though, as far as lighting, and I'm going to check it out here. So what we can build in this is these different saws. So to make a stone saw, we need some stone. some cooked stone. Let's get, I don't know how many of these makes per. 4. That should be great. And we can do something like, I guess, diamond or iron, or we can even do like sapphires and rubies in that. So let's grab one of these amethyst ore, and let's make an amethyst saw. Let's see if that works. Does it work? Oh, hold on. I guess I missed a step. Oh, okay. These two are normal sticks. Okay, not a big deal. Pick this stuff back up. And we'll make ourselves a normal stick. Let's offload that and this apple here. Get rid of that. Oh, we can teach this coal dust. Oh, I didn't realize that was there was an EMC value for that. That's nice. That means we don't have to grind down any more coal. So I'm just going to chuck that in there. And I'm going to teach it the glowstone block as well, because that's what we're going to be working with. Let's just do it this way. It's fast and easy. So here we go. There's this. There's this, and amethyst. And we got an amethyst saw. Nice. Okay. I'm going to chuck these extra sticks in here, and we'll put this and these over here. Now what we can do is we can begin to cut down this one block into notches, I believe. So if we do this, we do this, and we get down to covers, and then we can go down to strips, and we can go down to nooks. That's what it is. So from one block, we got 32 nooks. This is awesome because they take up barely any room. Like they still take up a block space, but they're not as easily seen. So I'm going to press F7. I'm going to start to knock out some of these torches, and we can just place this little tiny nook on the wall or wherever we want to put it. So let's see. We need one here, and they provide just as much light as a torch. It's really nice. Put one there. Pick this guy up. And let's see. We'll just go around and knock all the torches off first, maybe. That might be a better way to do it. And then we can get a better idea of where we want to put these. So we'll stick one here. And we'll stick one here. I think glowstone might actually be brighter than torches, because I didn't even need as many. So if I pick these up, I don't know if there's kind of ambient light mod or anything. Nope, looks good. And out here, yeah, we still got the lines. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is we need to pillar up and expand the height of our wall. So we'll just use this. This is fine. And I want to go up one more level and then see about putting on a ceiling. So let's go like this. We'll put on our ceiling. And we'll see if we like the look of it in just a second here when we get some more blocks down. So if we do this, I think that's a pretty good height. I normally like to work with four block high ceilings. It gives you room to put some, especially since this is going to be kind of a machinery somewhat room. Yeah, that's a good height. I like that. Okay, let's break down this, get this out of the way. So I'm just going to put this roof on, and I'll bring you guys back in a minute. Okay, people, we're back, and it's time to work on something a little more industrial, I guess is the thing we could say. We're going to start working on some cables. So we're going to need to run cable all throughout our base over at the, or not the base, I guess our factory is what we'll be calling it. I need to pull out some rubber, and I'm going to go for, let's see, it's not going to quite be enough. I'm going to go for the HV cabling, because you can use this for anything. It's going to run enough power to run all of our machines, and so that's kind of a good option. Let's make up 36, I hope will be enough. That's what we'll go with for now. And so now that we have that, there's a couple other items that I want to make up. So we have all of this stuff going on here. One thing I want to make for when we're over there is called a compressor, I believe. It's something we're going to need if we want to get into these advanced machines. So these advanced machines take advanced machine blocks, which take advanced alloy and carbon plating. Both of these we need a compressor for. So we just need stone, an electric circuit, and a machine block. Okay, so we have the machine block, we have the circuit, we just need some stone. This is one of the machines we're going to be setting up when we get over there. So let's go with this, and one of these, and I believe, what was the last thing? The machine block. And maybe that's backwards. Maybe like this. Okay, what's going on? Didn't I just do this? Wow, okay, there we go. We got our compressor. One thing I'm realizing is with this, we're going to blow these things up if we just run them direct off of this HV current that's going to be coming out of our guys here. So, we might need to use some of our copper cabling just to start. I'm going to need to maybe make some transformers and that kind of thing off cam and get it wired up a little more sophisticated. But for now, this should work. Something else we're going to need. Let's get in here. We're going to need some teleporting pipes. So we're going to need a power teleporter. And we're going to need an item teleporter. Very nice. What we're also going to need is some of our... I think it would be gold kinesis pipes. Or you know what? No, we'll use diamond. Diamond kinesis pipe. Oh, I guess I didn't teach you the kinesis version. Well, that's not a big deal. It's not hard to do at all. So let's do this. We'll make up one of these. And we're going to teach it to them. Nice. So I'm going to grab a couple more of these. They're a little expensive. They're like 2,000 EMC each. But they carry like 10,000 RF. Which is really what we need. We need a huge amount of RF to run all of these machines. Because like I said before, the conversion just is not great. So, let's get over here. And I know we're getting close to the end of the episode, so hopefully everything goes swimmingly. So what I'm going to do is, the first item we're going to need to set up is our power. I'm going to try and run our power right out of here. So, I believe we're set up on frequency 10, and we're going to set it to receive. And we're going to take our diamond pipe, and we're going to set up an RF consumer, and we're going to set up our bridge, and we're going to set up the LV producer. There we go. So now out of this block, we're going to be able to run all of our power. So if I take, for example, I take some of this stuff, some of this copper cabling, which only carries a low voltage current, and I run it across here, I should be able to set up our machines. So we're going to take the macerator, put it right here, and we're going to take the compressor. I'll put it over on the far end, and I'm going to grab our two furnaces, and we'll stick them here. So this is kind of a basic start. Now what we're also going to need to do is, I believe, let's take a look at this. Uses. This needs to be compressed down to obsidian blades. So if we stick this in our compressor and we stick in our upgrades, this should go pretty quick. Nice. And this is what we're going to need to work. We're going to need these to make our Rotary Macerator, which is way faster. We don't need to put all those overclocking upgrades in, and it's just going to run way faster in the first place. The other thing we're going to get going very soon is somewhat of a more complex system, and we might have to wait till next episode to do this, because we're going to set up a system similar to what we have here, except we're going to make it so that all the items coming in will get sorted out, and all our ores will go right into the macerator. They'll get ground up, they'll get pumped out, and they'll end up going into our furnaces, and we'll have a nice automated system. So that's what we're going to be working towards, guys. But I think that's going to be everything for this episode. Thanks so much for coming by, guys. If you have any tips, hints, or suggestions on what we can do with our factory, or anything else in the pack for that matter, please leave them in the comments section. I love hearing from you guys. I love hearing your suggestions, because you often know a lot more about this stuff than I do. So thanks so much for coming by, and we'll talk to you later, guys.